Good morning, I'm Kiara Cooper.
I'm Ayana Chavis.
I'm Haim Yu.
And our group did a presentation on technology in the classroom. Here is the basic outline of what we will be discussing today. The slideshow includes the introduction of the topic, technology in elementary through high school, technology on the collegiate level, details, diagrams and graphs, and the impact on technology, as well as its future and our concluding points. Introduction. When you think about the word technology, what is the first image that pops into your mind? Many may not initially think about a second grade student typing on a computer or a college student using a clicker to respond to a question instead of raising their hand. But in today's society, this is all too common. Schools have gone from having a few older computers to having a new computer for almost every child enrolled, as well as several other digital components. Most elementary through high schools now have broadband internet available to the entire school, and most colleges have their own Wi-Fi internet wired throughout the campus. In addition to now providing internet access, many chalkboards have been replaced with digital interactive boards both the teachers and students can utilize. Technology is something that is used every day, and many do not realize that it may be our future to the point where it will be our main focus, and people will now have to thrive off of technology and use that as real time. Technology in elementary through high school classrooms. Technology is entering classrooms as early as kindergarten and even some pre-K and Head Start programs. Research has shown that 3- and 4-year-old children who use computers with supporting activities have significantly greater developmental gains when compared to children without computer experiences in similar classrooms. These gains are in intelligence, nonverbal skills, structural knowledge, long-term memory, manual dexterity, verbal skills, problem solving, abstraction, and conceptual skills. These are just a few. Once students reach middle school, they are usually pretty familiar with computers and the various ways in which they can be used. In elementary school, computers are mostly used as a learning aid and learning activities that are embedded in games to make learning more fun for the child. In middle school, the student will have this fundamental base of how to operate the machine and an even better understanding the use of the internet through exploring and personal research for projects and papers. Most middle schools have expanded from only having a few computers in the library to having a few computer labs and maybe even 1 or 2 computers in the classroom. Many middle school curriculums now include computer lab as a required class, along with the classics such as gym and music. By the time students reach high school, they have had plenty of exposure to technology. Some college prep schools that have more money even have features like laptops and iPads available to the students. They even have programs like AutoCAD and Live Studio, which are commonly used among colleges and professional companies, giving them a preview of what they may encounter later in life.
College. College is somewhat different from the primary education schools. Many of the technology used in college is to increase participation within the classroom. Many college students do not like to sit in front of the class, let alone answer questions the teacher asks. Oftentimes, teachers ask questions and no one gives an answer. Much of the goal is many to just get the desired grade from the class. Some teachers wanted to end this problem, so the solution to the problem was coming up with a way for more students to answer questions within classroom. The answer to the problem was clickers. Clickers are used to increase participation and ideal for the college setting. Clickers make the answers anonymous so no student feels bad for answering a question wrong, and this allows everyone to get participation points. Also, clickers allow students to see what the class answered as the correct answer to see what other students have in comparison to theirs. For teachers, this is an advantage to see where confusion may have come into play, or this can open up possibility for discussion. Blackboard is a tool used to create discussion forums, calendar updates, written reports, just to name a few of its possibilities. This can be used for the communication aspect of the professor and students. The professor can update when class is canceled and notify students of assignments that are to completed soon. Apply is another system for homework that is used by many professors. To be environmentally friendly, homework and other reading assignments are completed through this internet application. Homework can be assigned on a weekly or bi-weekly basis based on the decision of the professor. Apply usually provides the option for students to complete an assignment within 3 attempts. This is an advantage for students because if they get a question wrong, they have the opportunity to see why they had the question wrong and to correct that choice. The Apply tool is also beneficial to teachers because it gives a grade automatically. All the teacher has to do is put the grade in their grade book. There is no calculating on the teacher's end, spending long countless hours trying to grade over 100 papers and assignments. Their time can now be used on something else because of this tool. Elmo is used for teaching participation as well. The Elmo can be used for teaching by the teacher using to present different papers and articles to students that relate to the subject matter, or can be written on so that people with poor eyesight can now see better with the zoom in and zoom out feature that it provides. This also creates less of a mess as opposed to chalkboards that many cannot see based on whichever color the teacher uses. This can be used for participation because the student has good notes, can place their detailed notes on the Elmo, and have other students copy them for studying material. Projection screens are used to show images from the computer if a professor wants to show a movie or slideshow from the class. This can be seen from any angle of the room, and there is no need for any student to move their seat and cause confusion within the classroom. Projector screens are mainly used for showcasing. Technology details. Virtual learning environment is an educational system based on the web that models conventional real-world education by integrating a set of equivalent virtual concepts for tests, homework, classes, classrooms, and etc. Basically, this is the technical part of Blackboard that we all know well in depth. Most systems use Web 2.0 tools for two-way interaction between the student and teacher. Most commonly used VLE system is Blackboard, where teachers can upload syllabus, homework, notes, and etc., and students can see and post work as well. With the Elmo overhead projector, teachers can now use the camera feature to record what they write and draw by hand and project it onto a large board for the entire class to see. This allows teachers to write notes or work out problems without a mess or a limited space of the chalkboard. Many schools with several computers that provide internet access use a firewall. A firewall is a program or hardware device that filters the information coming from the internet connection into the network. The school can place a firewall at every connection to the internet and implement security rules. Through the firewall, the school can control how students connect to websites, whether there are files allowed to leave the company over the network, just to name a few. Learning content management is also under the Blackboard system. This is the part where alerts are from the student to teachers and etc. This includes things such as calendar updates, notifications, messages, public announcements, and any updates that occur such as transcripts. IT performance management is also an application that is used by many businesses as well as upper-level business courses that may be available to students. This is a system that monitors sales and daily activity through computer systems. This is mainly used in a college setting so that professors can have the ability to monitor student activity in the specific website or their daily activity for web-based homework systems. The specific system on the monitoring and the measure of activity.
Virtual learning environment. This figure shows that if you put in course content, Web 2.0 students, support service, and other needed materials into a virtual learning environment, you get student-student and student-teacher interaction possible. Diagram of learning management system. This diagram portrays the features that are available through the Blackboard system. This also shows that Blackboard is not only used for school, but also can be used for businesses as well. It is not just secluded to the educational setting.
Future and impacts. Basically, the technology that will be used in future classrooms is unpredictable, but we know that it will have a tremendous impact and something big that will affect primary education as well as secondary education. This is very sad, actually, by many researchers, because basic learning tools such as building blocks, playing on the playground, and sharing will now be replaced with other computer systems that do not incorporate the same values within children. In conclusion, the classroom and teaching have changed tremendously over the years, from the past chalkboards to white screens to computers to laptops, and now to cell phones, tablets. Technology age is becoming more prevalent and taking over. The way children learn are changing, and educators and parents are now quickly picking up material when technology is based as opposed to not having technology. Either positive or negative, everyone can agree that technology has some type of effect on students' learning ability and their learning experience. Now, here are the websites that we have for our information. Thank you.